This is BBC One for the Eastern Counties. Now the day's news and sport for the region in Look East.
Good evening. In Look East tonight, desperate measures by anti-road protesters and a hostile reception for the Transport Secretary.
Also in tonight's programme, fish and chips, the electronic tag behind a fishing revolution.
The tag can go on about.
And going up in the world on an indoor mountain in Suffolk.
Anti-road campaigners disrupted a ceremony marking the start of work on a new bypass today.
You're watching Look East from the BBC. It's now 16 minutes to 7. Still to come, the changing face of local government. And the indoor mountaineers climbing up the wall. A new coalition of local authorities fighting to save thousands of jobs in Britain's steel industry has launched its campaign at a conference in Corby. Now in sport tonight, we found out why people in Suffolk are being driven up the wall with the answer. And a preview of the weekend's football, Roger Farrant.
Thank you, Kim. More on that in a moment, but we start tonight with the National Badminton Championships at the Norwich Sports Village.
Howling winds and snow. Sounds like a cue for the weather, if ever there was one. Pete Gibbs.
Yes, it could look a bit like the summit of Everest over East Anglia, I think, by the middle of next week.
Thanks very much indeed, Pete. Let's check the headlines now. Claire.
The inquiry into the murders committed by nurse Beverly Allett has heavily criticised management and medical staff at the hospital where she worked, but it has stressed that no single person can be held responsible except Allett herself. Warring factions in Sarajevo have begun surrendering weapons to UN troops. The UN has expressed optimism that the ceasefire will hold.
Anti-road building campaigners held up the start of building a new stretch of dual carriageway on the A11 in Norfolk today. 5 protesters were arrested but released without charge. The Daventry MP and Education Minister Tim Boswell has told head teachers in Northamptonshire they'll get no more money for their schools this year. Teachers claim the county's schools will soon be the poorest in Britain.
That's it from us. Do have a good weekend. It's going to be cold, so do wrap up warm. But from all of us, good night.
Good night.